Hello. So, exactly 1 year ago tomorrow, on the 3rd of February last year, I posted a media room tour after the previous month spent building it, which took 2 days with the help of a friend, and rewatching the footage, which I'm hopefully have overlaid on here, and looking at my media room now is starkly different. I'm so happy with it. I'm so happy with the amount of time and effort that I put into it because back when I started it on this channel, I had one bookcase, one big bookcase that held everything, and then it kind of turned into just the one big bookcase and a small bookcase down in my sitting room. That was it. That was where I was holding my collection until I decided to build this media room. So I know 4 months ago I did a update for my 1,000 subscriber special, but I did put out a poll to see if people would want to see a 1 year update because I have done some minor changes since the 1,000 subscriber special, and in large part people wanted to see it. So with that being said, this is my media room 1 year later. So yeah, this is the media room 1 full year later, and I absolutely love it. So let's break it down into different sections. So here is where I spend the vast majority of the time filming. We have my ring light there, which gives the way I sit in my chair here gives perfect to have these two shelves in the background of all the videos that I do now. But moving on over to here where we have quite a few posters. So we have this 60th anniversary Doctor Who poster that came in the official Doctor Who monthly magazine. We also have this Death Note poster, which is one of my favorite animes out there, so obviously I'm going to want to have one of that. Then, of course, we have the Blink poster that also came in the Doctor Who Monthly magazine, which I did not do the best jobs of taking off from the other poster, but that's just because I didn't really care about this one. And then we, of course, have my favorite modern Doctor Who story, World Enough and Time / The Doctor Falls. It's just one of my absolute favorites. I love it. It's a really great episode. So obviously, when given the chance to have this as the poster, I was going to go for it. And then, of course, still from last time, we have my Fallout 4 video game poster, the Doctor Who and Discovers Pirates poster, and my Cobra Kai poster. Now this is a new section right here, and this is my Doctor Who section. So I'm going to pause and I'll go through everything. So yeah, this is my entire Doctor Who section. I decided to give it its own bookcase because, as you can see, it's quite a big collection. This is the main passion project that I've had since starting collecting nearly 3 years ago, this year. And I just decided to separate it from my TV show collection, which we'll get to in a second, because if all of this went was still on this bookcase would probably be full or near enough full. So I decided to give it its own dedicated area. But I also have my stereo here, which I mainly would use for like Bluetooth, but also my albums. So we have every Avenged Sevenfold album, which is my favorite band, up to here. Then we have a Sleeping with Sirens album, Nate Wants the Battle, Tenacious D, and some Beatles, with finishing off with ACDC's High Voltage. And then on top of it as well, we have a werewolf from the season 2, episode 2, Tooth and Claw. And moving over here, we have all my Michael Jackson CDs, as well as one Eminem CD. These Michael Jacksons belonged to my mother when she was alive, so obviously since I grew up on Michael Jackson, I'm gonna keep them. So then, moving on down here, we have some of my doctors that I could not fit onto here. So we obviously have Paul McGann's Doctor, the 10th Doctor, the 11th Doctor. We have another 13th Doctor, and I stand in for the 14th Doctor because I'll always say I do not like the head sculpt on the 14th Doctor figure that character options um gave us last year or the year before, and I refused to own it. And then of course we have Romana 2, Jack, River, Amy, Graham, Ryan, Romana 1, the Master, Sladine, a Jadoon, a Silurian, and then we have my Sonics. This is a 3D glasses using as a stand-in for the Sonic glasses. And over here we have a possessed Ood, a two Cybermen, a clockwork robot from season 5, episode 2, The Beast Below, as well as Missy, and a Dalek. And then we have the other Sonics. So on this shelf we have mainly classic Doctor Who from here to here, and starting back here, and then we have season 1 of the modern series of Doctor Who all the way up as far as back here to about here is where the 60th anniversary is. Obviously, when I buy the Church of Ruby Rose on Blu-ray, that will go in here, and then we have the spin-offs leading all the way to behind there. And then we have some boxes here from when I bought some classic Doctor Who box sets. Obviously I want to store them like this, but I still want to keep the box sets. So we have the Peladon Tales, we have Trial of a Time Lord, and then we have the Revenge of the Cybermen and Silver Nemesis box set. So that is my Doctor Who section of my collection. Moving on to the TV show section, we obviously have the vast majority of my Doctor Who action figures. I still have a bunch that I just did not have any space for, so that's why we have these there and these here, and then of course my TV show collection. So starting off with some posters, we have a art card that came with the Doctor Who Flux that I decided to stick up onto the wall because I actually really did like Flux. And then we have a Corleone family tree from The Godfather, which I watched for the very first time last year, and I do plan to watch The Godfather Part 2 at some point in the near future. And then, of course, we also have my Dragon Ball Super poster, which features some stuff from the Tournament of Power, which was the last anime arc that we have so far. And then, of course, it does go in a bit behind there, and it is kind of blocked by this bookcase. So then, of course, we have some of my Doctor Who figures. We have a Krillitang here. We have some of my 3 3/4 inch figs as well. I had to take off this piece from the Caretaker episode from season 8 because otherwise this Capaldi figure would not stand. Then, of course, we have my Daleks, my classic Daleks with the modern Davros. We have the Fish Boy from Vampires in Venice. We have the War and John Sims Master, as well as the Jadoon Captain from the series 12, episode 5, featured the Jadoon episode, if I can speak. Then, of course, we have the Sycorax, the Smiler, another possessed Ood, a normal Silurian, a Sladine, and then we have my modern Daleks here from 2005, 2010, and 2018. And then, of course, we have my TARDISes. So we have Jodie's TARDIS with Jodie and Yaz. We have a Cyberman and a Missy in between there. Then we have 12 and Bill with 11/12's TARDIS. See, the thing with my TARDIS here is I broke the doors trying to fix it because this door right here kept getting jammed. And then recently when I went to go put batteries into it, the springs had rusted over, even though there was no batteries in it for that to happen. So it's just there now. And of course we have a Cyberman with a weeping angel behind him. Then we have 9/10's TARDIS with 9 and Rose there. Another Cyberman with an Auton. Now this is the classic Doctor Who episode Trial of a Time Lord on VHS that was released for the 30th anniversary. In front of it, we have Tom and Sarah Jane from Genesis of the Daleks, I believe, and that's that's basically all the Doctor Who fix on the shelf. And then, of course, we get down to, in alphabetical order, my TV shows with 10 and Martha on this shelf. And then we continue on here with 11 and Amy. And then we have another 12 and Clara. But this Clara is in the costume from Asylum of the Daleks. So it's not really Clara, but it is. And back there, we also have the start of my Star Trek collection. And then down here we have another 12 with Yaz, and then the rest of my Star Trek collection leading over into this section with again a stand-in for the 14th Doctor and Donna, because again I'm not going to buy that 14th Doctor action figure because it just makes David Tennant look depressed. The face sculpt literally does not look like David Tennant, and he looks super depressed. And the TV show section ends right here. Moving on to the Blu-ray section, there, as you see, there were some Blu-rays mixed in there, but this is the Blu-ray movie section. And so let's break it down with some of the posters. So up here we have a Halo 3 poster from the video game. We have another Dragon Ball Super poster from the Universe 6 tournament arc. We have a map of Cyrodiil from the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion video game. We have a group photo from Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix on PS2. To the side here, we have some Pikachu, well, some Pokemon stickers. Now, I didn't actually take off the sticker back to it. I've used blue tack to stick these on because I'm not going to put actual stickers on the wall anymore. So we have Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Pikachu that a cousin of mine got me while she was in Japan. We have the map of the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. We have a trading card, or a kind of card, trading card for Android 17. Then we have some Yu-Gi-Oh! GX stickers, again using blue tack to keep them in place. And moving on to the displays that I have, we have some Power Rangers here, two from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. These are original from the 90s of the Ninjetti powers. So we have Tommy and Billy. Obviously, they've seen better days, but I didn't care. It's rare that I see vintage Power Rangers out and about, and I got them for a fantastic price. So of course I was going to pick them up. Then of course we have Red Zeo Ranger, which is again Tommy. We have Green Ninja Storm Cam. We have Doggy Kruger from SPD, as well as Jack from SPD Red in swap mode. Then we have a random Beast Morphers figure. And then we have Baird, Damon Baird from Gears of War Judgment, which is from my favorite franchise, but Gears Judgment isn't actually my favorite in the franchise. It's no one's favorite, to be quite honest with you. And then right here, we have Marcus Phoenix from the Gears series as well. Then of course we have Luke's lightsaber that a friend of mine gave me. You gotta do a little flick right there to get it out. And so yeah, it's not the only lightsaber I have, but we'll get to that. So yeah, a friend of mine kindly gifted that to me last year. So moving on back here, we have some Pokemon action figures that I have. We also have, which is hidden behind Doggy Kruger here, we have Diamond Head from Ben 10 Alien Force. And as you can see, I have to hold him up by blue tack, otherwise he'd keep falling down. Then of course we have Goku in Super Saiyan, which thankfully I did not have to hold in place with blue tack, except for his hair, because that kept falling out. Because it's not an official DBZ figure, it is a bootleg. And then we have a Vegeta statue that my first girlfriend got me for my birthday. And as you can see, I also have to hold him up by blue tack. And then we have some more Power Ranger stuff mixed in with some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. As right here, we have the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Moving on, we also have the Pokemon Garchomp lit in, and a Thomas the Tank Engine that is exactly like one I had as a kid. We have a clapperboard that I found in a charity shop, the same with that Whiskey Cantina We also have some Star Trek the original series playing cards, and that is a photo of my mother. And so moving on down here, we have again, like I said, my Blu-ray collection. We also have a Admiral James Tiberius Kirk from Wrath of Khan. You know, back before I forget which toy company made these, but they've since announced that they were going to stop doing them. Then, of course, we have the Running Press USS Enterprise that I bought on Amazon. And if I do that little flick, we have some lights on it as well. And it's just a real beauty of a model kit. So I'm very happy to have that in the collection. So again, like everything, it's in alphabetical order. So moving on here, we have Spock with the Horta from one of these season 1 episodes, I believe. It was season 1. And then we have the Akira class USS Thunderchild. My favorite ship design. I definitely really do love the looks of the Thunderchild. So basically, from here, 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 and a bit of nearly all of here are movies I have seen, and from here back there and here are movies that I've yet to watch in my Blu-ray collection. Moving on, we have Captain Jean-Luc Picard from the TNG Season 1 era, judging by the uniform, where it looks to be the One Piece. And then we have the Springfield class. I had to think for a second. USS Chekhov, which was destroyed at the Battle of Wolf 359, and originally in the Battle of Wolf, in the Best of Both Worlds Part 2, it was originally supposed to get the mention of USS Chekhov, but they thought that would be a little bit morbid, so they decided, with the actual Chekhov character, so they decided to rename it to the Kyushu. Moving down here, we have more of my Blu-ray collection and a Bajoran Attack Fighter, and then we have the rest of my Blu-ray collection, and then down here we have my small VHS collection, and that Forrest Gump is actually in German. So moving on to the final section, which is my DVD movie collection. So up top here we have my TARDIS consoles. This is my original 10th Doctor, 9th and 10th Doctor TARDIS that I remember getting for Christmas of 2006. And as you can see, it has indeed seen better days. But I can put batteries into it and it still works. All the functions on it still do work. And then of course we have 11th Doctor's TARDIS here, which was never had lights and sounds on it, and the same with the Junkyard TARDIS from the season 6 episode The Doctor's Wife, which was originally supposed to be in season 5, which would have featured the Beatles for briefly, but they got pushed back to season 6. And then here we have my Darth Maul lightsaber that I bought in a car boot sale. So if I twist these out and then flick it out, it does it as well for the second side, but I'm not going to do that. Then we have the the property of the Coalition of Ordered Governments, which is the for Adam Phoenix, Marcus Phoenix's dad. Is that Rust? I'm not sure if that's Rust or not. But then we have here is a light up sign that says on air, lights up in red, that a friend gave me for Christmas. Now, moving on to my DVD movies, which I have reorganized again. So right here and all the way back to there is DVD movies that I have seen that don't have a Blu-ray release, except for the Rockies. Now, I do know Rocky 2, 3, and 4 do have Blu-ray releases, but they're part of a box set, and I haven't got out of my way to buy the box set yet. So I will do that at some point, and then I'll just get rid of the DVDs. Moving on to here. So this here to here are what I plan to review for my DVD movie collection. So this is, of course, 3 wide, and then it goes down to here, except for the HD DVDs. Those will I have no way of watching those. So these will be the movies to that you can expect a review from at some point. From my backlog, because these are movies that I have not seen, and this section here, which is all over the place, are movies that I don't plan on doing a review for, that I will just watch in my spare time. And that is everything. And that wraps up this 1 year update for the media room. Um, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I This will probably be the last update for quite a while. I don't think I'll do a 2 year update, but who knows? Because I don't see myself like changing up anything. But maybe if I do like a significant change up, I'll of course do another update then. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I'm still getting used to me with short hair because this literally happened. I'm recording this on the 27th of January, and this is what my aunt did. So this is also before I get the beard trimmed. So maybe once I get the beard trimmed, it'll look fine. I'm still happy with it. It's just it's been a while since I had short hair. But the February uploads, you will still see me with long hair in them because they're obviously pre-recorded before I got my haircut. So anyway, I'm rambling. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I shall see you all on Monday for the return of the movie reviews. And the very first movie review that I'm doing is Galaxy Quest. So I will see you all for my Galaxy Quest review.